If you ever watched your child struggle with reading, spelling, or remembering instructions, even though they are smart, curious, and clearly trying, you are in the right place. Today, we're going inside the brain of a child with dyslexia. And once you understand what's actually happening in their brain, so much of the confusion and frustration starts to make sense. Let's make sure we're on the same page from the start. Dyslexia is not about intelligence, it's not about laziness, and it's not about lack of effort. Children with dyslexia are often highly creative, thoughtful, and capable. Their brains simply process language differently. Dyslexia can affect reading, spelling, writing, memory, and organizational skills, just to name a few. And it can look different from one child to another and change over time. Here's a helpful way to think about how the brain of children with dyslexia processes language. For many readers, reading is like taking a highway. Letters turn into sounds quickly. Words are recognized almost instantly. The brain moves smoothly from one word to the next with very little effort. But for many children with dyslexia, reading is more like taking the scenic route. On the scenic route, there are more turns. Sometimes you slow down, you might miss a sign and need to go back. There are more stops along the way, and each stop takes energy. The destination is the same, understanding the word or the sentence, but the path to get there is longer and less automatic. Inside the brain means the areas responsible for connecting letters to sounds and recognizing words are working harder and communicating differently. Instead of instantly recognizing a word, the brain may need to look carefully at each letter, check the order of the letters, connect them to sounds, and then blend those sounds together every single time. This is why a child with dyslexia might read a word correctly in one sentence and then struggle with the same word in the next sentence. Each time they see it, their brain has to take the scenic route again. And just like a long scenic drive, it takes more time and more fuel. That's why reading can feel exhausting. That's why focus fades faster, and that's why frustration can build, even when your child is trying their hardest. Let's try a quick exercise. I want you to look at these words and read them out loud. Was, saw. On, no. From, form. For many adult readers, this feels quick and automatic. But for many children with dyslexia, words that look very similar can be easily confused, especially when reading quickly, under pressure, or when tired. What's happening here is not carelessness. The brain is working harder to tell the difference between letter order, direction, and position. So instead of instantly recognizing the word, the brain has to stop, recheck, and sometimes guess. This is why you might hear your child read a word correctly one day and then read that same word differently the next day. It's not that they forgot, it's that their brain has to rebuild that word each time it sees it. In simple words, they have to learn the word all over again. Imagine doing that for every sentence, every page, every homework assignment. Reading takes more energy, concentration fades faster, and confidence can take a hit. This isn't a lack of effort. It's the brain of a child with dyslexia processing written language in a different way. You may notice these differences during homework or daily routines. Slow or hesitant reading, difficulty spelling familiar words, trouble remembering multi-step instructions, challenges with organization or sequencing. Over time, these struggles can affect confidence, not intelligence. And when children don't understand why things are hard, they may start to believe something is wrong with them, even when there isn't. The good news is, when you understand how your child's brain works, you can support them in meaningful ways. Here are 3 simple strategies that can help many children with dyslexia. Number 1, break tasks into smaller steps. This reduces overwhelm and creates more opportunities for success. Number 2, use multi-sensory learning. Combining sight, sound, and touch strengthens memory and understanding. Celebrate effort, not just results. This builds confidence, resilience, and persistence. Supporting your child isn't about doing the work for them. It's about giving them tools that work with their brain, not against it. Understanding the brain of children with dyslexia is the first step towards helping them thrive, both academically and emotionally. If this video was helpful, subscribe for more videos on dyslexia, practical reading and spelling strategies, and ways to support your child with confidence. And if you know another mom who could benefit from this, please share it. You are not alone, and your child is capable of amazing things.